lust, an all-encompassing desire for more. More bodies, more blood, more power. This is the tale of a gallant knight, a wicked devil, a kingdom that crumbled and faded away. Now gather round and hear the story of the evil from a faraway land, the Silver Duke Dragon, the Scarlet Feast, the embodiment of darkness. Malzeno.
Nightmare! Stop the madness, turning on the dirty, pull the trigger. You should have known the price of evil. It hurts to know that you belong here, yeah. It's your fucking nightmare.
Among the swampy, ice-covered ruins of the Citadel, this malevolent yet elegant dragon roams with one desire in its twisted heart. I need to slurp, swallow, suck as much as possible, if you know what I mean. Malzeno is the flagship of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak and an Elder Dragon, putting it in the same category as Velkhana and Yamatsukami. And one of these things is not like the other. Because it's an Elder Dragon, that puts it at the top of the food chain, both metaphorically and literally. But more on that in a bit. Another significant claim to fame, it's one of the three lords of the Citadel, a group of monsters that claim the three main locales as their territory. Garn Golem lurks in the swamps, Luna Garen stalks the icy caverns, and Malzeno haunts the ruins of the castle. It's kind of funny if you think about it. It's similar to the gimmick of Resident Evil Village. And I wonder, who was the bloodsucker in the castle again? One of these things is not like the other. Like many other Elder Dragons, Malzeno has a classic European design, meaning it has 4 legs and 2 wings. Its body is covered in silver-white scales, and its claws, horns, wing talons, and the grabby-stabby part on its tail are all gold. Because it's a fancy bitch, and it wants you to know it. Accenting the silver, it has spots of dark pinkish red on its neck and wings, for a very striking visual presence. I think this is one of the most visually stunning monsters in the whole franchise. Thematically speaking, Malzeno is a vampire. Note the collar and the puffy neck fluff and the way it uses its wings as a cape to go blah blah. Okay, I might have made up that last part, but the vampire theme is real. Look at the other lords, for example. Garn Golem is the scary Frankenstein's monster, and Luna Garen is a naughty werewolf. So it only makes sense that Malzeno is Dracula. And here's a fun fact. Dracula means son of the dragon. I just thought that was kind of interesting and ironic, if that's the definition of ironic. But sparkly bat people aside, that's not the only thing in the theme of this monster. Malzeno is also based on a shining knight. It's kind of the opposite of Magnamalo in a lot of ways. Malzeno is cunning and bright, while Magnamalo is brutish and dark. There's even a little East versus West, with Magnamalo being a tiger samurai and Malzeno being a bat knight. I think that's pretty dope, honestly. The Dark Lord of the Slurp is very aggressive, attacking anything it sees as prey or an invader. Most of its physical attacks come from its wings or its tail, plus the usual throwing its weight around. It can also breathe dragon element, but the real source of its power is the Curio. These little flying leeches, commonly known as the Wandering Flame. These mother suckers feed on blood and life energy, but they need a host to properly utilize it. This is where Malzeno comes in. The Curio use it as a host to attach to, and Sucky Sucky gets empowered and a source of food. As you fight Malzeno, it utilizes the Curio in its attacks, either that be with giant projectiles or inflicting you with blood blight. And when it absorbs enough life force, it enters the bloodening state. In this form, Malzeno is stronger and much faster. It uses the Curio's energy to almost teleport. It's terrifying. It's genuinely terrifying. The fact that Malzeno was able to achieve symbiosis is impressive, because it's not the original master of our little leeches. That will be Geismagorm. About 100 years before the events of Sunbreak, Geismagorm emerged from underground and unleashed the Curio throughout the Citadel, wreaking havoc. So, the Shining Guardian Knight and the Archdemon fought, and in the process, the Knight was corrupted by the Curio. You remember that pink fluff on its neck? Those are Curio. It's almost like a permanent brand of its corruption. It's insanely cool. And gross. Also, here's a little fun thing I stumbled upon during my research. It's almost thematic that Malzeno was afflicted with the Curio. If Geismagorm is the devil and Malzeno is Dracula, it might be a reference to how the son of the dragon got his powers from a deal with the devil. And I think that's pretty neat. But what was Malzeno before it fell to the temptation of the devil himself? The Lord has once again settled in his rightful place, to bring the hammer of justice on the servants who betrayed him. With swift attacks, he smites the wicked. Hark, the cries of his traitors herald his return. This is Primordial Malzeno, a variant and the true form of the Guardian Knight of Peace. The Curio are no longer present on this monster, and because of this, Primordial is bigger and stronger, which makes sense. He's no longer a gaunt vampire. Sporting a brighter pearly white set of scales and a stockier frame accented with royal blue on its wings, the legend has resurrected looking more powerful than ever. But it's not all for show. Primordial is a true beast, and it takes the knight theme to the next level. Now it uses his wings as both a sword and a shield, which is really cool. The way it uses its wings to sword swipe and shield bash hints at an intelligence. A long time ago, Primordial lived amongst humans in the Citadel peacefully, revered as the protector. Primordial Malzeno is rather docile until provoked. Now, once you poke the bear, all hell will break loose. It's like how some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. During the battle with Primordial, it will be attacked and swarmed by Curio. When it's taken enough damage, the Curio will wear it down and attach, overflowing with energy, and make it enter the bloodlust state. In this state, Primordial strength and speed are maximum, seemingly being able to teleport constantly. Now be warned, this state will not end until it's dead, which I find very interesting. In the game, you can see Primordial executing Curio with extreme prejudice, savagely fighting to purge the land of this corruption. And I might be overthinking it, but it almost seems as if Primordial would rather die than fall to that very same corruption. But that's the video. Malzeno is a great addition to the franchise, and proof that anything can work as long as you nail the execution. The vampire Dracula dragon is an out there idea, but the team at Capcom was able to use mythology and lore to inform the design, leading to a new instant classic and a poetic ending to the story of Sunbreak. That's pretty inspiring, and I know a lot of you feel the same way. In the 20th anniversary poll, Malzeno came in at 38 and Primordial came in at 13th. That is insane for a brand new monster. But it's not surprising. Clearly, it resonated with people. So, here's to seeing the Demon Lord in the future, maybe with a cool new variant or subspecies. But I'm just yapping at this point. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you like Malzeno? Which do you like more, Primordial or Base? If you don't know what to say, how about suck? That feels appropriate. Feel free to check out my video on Magnamalo if you're in a particularly Monster Hunter mood. And if you could do me a favor and sacrifice the subscribe button's wife to the devil so it could become a moderately successful late night TV host, that would be great. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I hope you have a joyous day despite the world trying to tear you down. I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.